Okay, so now we're moving across to this side of the AS, and we're looking at the RIP to ISIS interaction. Now, we want the ISIS to export a sort of a summary route of all of the routes that are here into this data center. And again, we want it exported from router 3 and router 4 rather than 7 and 8. And this is basically because if router 8 for some reason was disconnected from the autonomous system, but if we generated a default route on this, it would become a black hole to the data center, which would just undermine the whole process. By generating the routes further up the cloud, what this means that if the individual router that's connected to it becomes disconnected to the cloud, but still connected to the data center, it won't be able to inject the route because it won't be receiving it. So much safer process. So before we can actually get these routes injected out of the ISIS and into the RIP, we need to first get them into the ISIS. So we're on router 3 and router 4, as you can see here. First, we've got to create the aggregates. So we need the aggregate in IP version 4, the aggregate in version 6. Obviously, version 6 goes into the RIB iNet 6. And then, obviously, we need to get that exported. This is on router 3 and router 4 out of the ISIS. So we're exporting to ISIS. And the terms on the policy are as follows. We're going to select from the aggregate specific route filter. We're going to go to level 2 and we're going to accept it. We're doing that twice. There's two terms. There's one term which is the aggregate for level 2 version 4, and then we have a second term inside that policy statement, which is for version 6. So standard policy statements, they're literally, set policy options, policy statement to ISIS from protocol aggregate, term whatever from protocol aggregate. There's nothing special about those. You've got your standard aggregates, and obviously that gets exported out of the ISIS, and we're good to go.